Good morning, parents, faculty, staff, and my fellow Kettering University graduates of the class of 2026. Today we celebrate not only our academic achievements, but the persistence, creativity, and resilience that define what it means to be a Kettering graduate. Take a moment and think back to the beginning of our journey here. My journey, like I'm sure some of you, has been off the beaten path. Maybe you came into Kettering unsure of where you saw yourself, just like I did. Maybe you chose a road that didn't fully align with your peers. Maybe you had some failures that caused a full shift in your goals. Or maybe you're still trying to figure it out. The hardest part of taking the unbeaten path is the first step. When you look at a crowd, it's tempting to follow where they're going because it feels safe and secure. The well-trodden trail offers a clear view, established guideposts, and the comfort of knowing somebody else has already made it. But the path most traveled rarely leads somewhere new. For me, when I came into Kettering, I knew from the start that I didn't want to follow in the footsteps of many of my peers. I stepped onto campus July 12, 2021, unsure, unconfident, and questioning whether I truly belonged. I chose Kettering for a practical reason. I received strong financial support here, but I stayed because of the many opportunities we've been privy to at this institution and the amazing friends I've met along the way. But if I came in with one goal, if I was going to go to Kettering, I was not going to go into the automotive industry. And while I took that as a hard and fast decision I made when I was 18 and naive, it was rooted in my reasoning to become an engineer, which was to directly make a product that could improve human lives. I took my refrain from cars so seriously that I spent 3 co-op terms at a waste treatment facility in Detroit against my parents' wishes at the time. While many of my peers were working on new vehicle launches at Ford or GM, I was working with the overlooked byproducts of those innovations: waste. The work was grueling, the environment isolating, the smells potent. And at the time, it had felt like I had made the wrong choice, like I had fallen behind, like I had taken a path that led to a dead end. But looking back, that experience taught me something powerful. Nothing is created without consequence. And as engineers, we have a responsibility not just to innovate, but to understand the impacts of what we create. What felt like failure at the time became one of my most important lessons of my career that I know I wouldn't have learned without those 3 11-week terms. After that, I knew I needed to keep searching, to find something more. So I reframed my goal of staying the automotive industry and took a role at a Tier 1 automotive supplier, focused on providing steering solutions for all major OEMs. It was a valuable experience, but I knew it wasn't where I wanted to stay. I felt disjointed from the human impact of the products we were creating, and while I understood how something like steering played a critical role in the safety of every vehicle on the road, I wanted to see that impact more directly. It didn't fill my bucket of why I wanted to be an engineer. And the ideas I came into Kettering with, although challenged, still lingered. But knowing that and acting on it are 2 very different things. One day, an opportunity fell into my lap. I received a message from an alum about an opportunity at Stryker, a medical device company. And I remember thinking, I'm not ready for this. I'm scared. But I also knew something else. If I didn't take that opportunity, I would be choosing my own comfort over my growth. I also knew that taking it and failing was better than never trying at all. I decided to try and forge my own way and pivot as a senior. So I jumped. I applied. And after 5 rounds of interviews, I finally got the job. And I can say with certainty, if I hadn't taken that risk, and if I hadn't embraced the uncertainty, I would not be where I am today. Failure isn't something to avoid. It's something to learn from. If you don't fail, you don't grow. Over the years, I've seen that same resilience in all of you. One of my greatest honors at Kettering was working in the tutoring center, watching classmates push through challenges that once felt impossible. I saw students teaching themselves complex topics in differential equations and electrical engineering. And most of the time, they weren't missing much of the knowledge. They were missing the confidence. They just needed someone to say, "You've got this. You're doing it right." That's when I realized something powerful. Growth isn't always about learning more. Sometimes it's about trusting what you already know. And that belief in ourselves is one of the greatest things we can take away from this place, because Kettering is a school unlike any other. While many students spent 4 years preparing for the real world, we were already living in it, learning how to adapt, how to fail, and how to grow every 11 weeks. As a freshman, many of us didn't understand it. I'll be honest, I didn't like it, but now I understand. In my new role, I've transitioned from mentee to mentor, working with a whole new group of bright-eyed interns from various schools. And if I can see one difference from them versus our Kettering co-ops, it's our ability to self-start. While many are so scared of making a mistake they don't start at all, I can safely say we do not. And that's what defines Kettering's edge, is our ability to take initiative. We don't wait. We ask questions. We step in. We figure things out. That constant change prepared us for a world that is constantly evolving, a world shaped by new challenges and new uncertainties. And instead of fearing that uncertainty and uncharted path, we learned how to navigate it. I didn't fully realize how much this mattered until my first day at Stryker full-time. Walking in, I felt that same uncertainty I had felt 4 years earlier. New environment, new team, new expectation, new challenges. But then something clicked. My past 4 years hadn't just prepared me academically, they had prepared me mentally. They had taught me how to step into the unknown and keep moving forward. What I am most proud of isn't a title or an accomplishment. It's the growth I've seen in myself over the past 4 years. Even when I failed, even when I was told no, I kept growing. I learned how to advocate for myself, because if you don't, who will? Don't ever give up on yourself. Don't sit on the sidelines of your own life waiting for something to change. Step into the uncertainty and build something that is truly yours. If you want something, go get it. And for me, this idea, the courage to step into the unknown, to chart your own course, isn't just something I learned here. It's something I've seen my entire life. When my mom came into this country from Albania at 22, she stepped into a completely unknown world. New language, new culture, new life. No guarantees, no clear path, just courage and determination. And she built something from that uncertainty. She created opportunities that didn't exist before. Without her willingness to take that leap, I would not be standing before you today. So when I think about risks we're afraid to take, I think about her. If she could take that leap into the unknown with no guarantees, then what excuse do I have? Her story is proof that resilience isn't just something we talk about. It's something that we live. And it's something every single one of us in this audience has already demonstrated. Because getting to this moment didn't happen alone, to our families, friends, professors, and mentors, thank you for believing in us, guiding us, and supporting us every step of the way. Class of 2026, we've already proven something powerful. We didn't just adapt. We learned how to thrive in a world of uncertainty. And that is what will set us apart. So wherever you go next, carry that Kettering grit, carry that adaptability, and most importantly, carry that belief in yourself. Because the path ahead won't always be clear. But if there's one thing we know, it's how to move forward anyways. And now we begin. Congratulations, class of 2026.